Stephanie Cates, and I'm here today with Corey Cates. And on behalf of Players Sports and Apparel, we just want to say thank you for your time and thank you for allowing us to interview you for the showcasing the pursuits, passions, and priorities of our customers. Let's get started. So what
Absolutely.
are your passions and priorities?
I would say a big passion of mine. First of all, thanks for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to share my thoughts. And thanks for what you do. And thank you very much. But one of my passions is personal finance. I really enjoy talking to individuals about the things that I've learned over the years as it regards saving, preparing for retirement, and just really managing the affairs of your life. I learned early on in my career that if one is going to be entrusted to manage the resources of a company or a corporation, then they must also be able to manage the resources and the assets of their own personal household. And so I began a lifelong mission of doing that years ago, and that's a huge passion of mine. I love talking to young individuals, old individuals, and everybody in between about some of the things that I've learned.
Thank you for that. Perfect. And what motivates you to get out of the bed every day?
Every day is just being better. I always believe that the glass is half full and that there is always optimism around the corner. And so every day that I get up, I just believe that this day is going to be better than yesterday. And I, as an individual, want to be better today than I was yesterday. I look at my life as like a book, and each chapter contains something very interesting and twisting, and who knows where the plot may wind up. And so when I wake up in the morning, I just look forward to something great happening to me.
Great. And the most memorable moment in your career thus far has been?
One of the most memorable moments in my career has just been a few years ago. I transitioned back into sales. And so I had started my career off when I finished school in sales, and then I worked in a number of office capacities. And so returning to sales and having that people involvement has just been so invigorating for my career. I love talking with people, working with people, and just really engaging people. And so sales will give you all of that. And so that's been a real turning point in my career.
Great. Thank you for that answer. And I see you're repping our Morehouse sweatshirt. Who inspired you to attend Morehouse College and also be in who and where you are today?
Absolutely. I grew up in Durham, North Carolina. And in the state of North Carolina, I'd like to think that we probably have the most number of historically Black colleges. And they range from North Carolina A&T, North Carolina Central, Winston-Salem State University, Johnson C. Smith, Shaw, St. Augustine, Elizabeth City. The list goes on and on and on. So I was just always interested in HBCUs. How Morehouse came to mind was that I attended a summer camp one summer. It was called Hillside Summer Camp. And at that summer camp, there was a camp advisor by the name of Garcia Sampson. I'll never forget him. And he was probably the first individual that I knew personally that went to Morehouse College. He had a sort of air about him and sort of the ways that he talked, and he just seemed to know a little bit about everything. And so I was like, I want to be like that guy one day. And so I started researching Morehouse College and started learning about who went there, from Martin Luther King to Maynard Jackson to Lerone Bennett to just a number of individuals that we have read about in our history books. And I said, if they can do it, I can do it too. Mm-hmm. So that's how I ended up at my alma mater.
Perfect. And what's the best career advice you think you've been given?
It's just to quitters never win and winners never quit. Just keep trying, just keep working hard. A door is going to open if you keep knocking on it. And so just continue to have to be energetic, continue to know that the glass is half full, be optimistic, and always know that quitters never win and winners never quit. Remember this, change is inevitable, but growth is optional. So change is going to happen, but it's up to you whether you choose to grow or not.
Perfect. And I feel like that also answers our next question, because our next question is, if there's one piece of advice that you'd share with the youth of today, what would it be and why? And I feel like you definitely covered that in your last statement.
Well, I have more. If I were going to give the youth advice today, is that I would always constantly ask questions, be inquisitive, be curious, understand why something is the way it is. If there's a need for something, figure out what it is and figure out how you can get it in the hands of consumers. Always ask questions, be curious, and be inquisitive. No question is a dumb question, and it may lead you to be the next, it may lead you to be the next Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos. You never know. Everybody has the capabilities and the potential to do it, but you got to ask the right questions and you got to have the right solutions.
Thank you, Mr. Cates, for that. And I have one fun question for you. Despite the pandemic of COVID-19, where was your last vacation?
My last vacation, I want to say it was to Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Went down there, as my family knows, and anybody can tell you, I'm a big kid at heart, and I love Universal Studios. And so that was the last vacation we went on. We went to the park, stayed there until it closed, and had an awesome time. My favorite roller coaster is the Incredible Hulk, and I just love having a burger at Burger Digs. So yeah, Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. I love that place, and I can't wait to get back.
Thank you, Mr. Cates. And we just want to say thank you for your time on behalf of Player Sports and Apparel, and you have a great evening.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity.